Welcome back and welcome if you're new to my channel. I'm your go-to for all things beauty and skincare. I haven't had any work done to my face, so I'm giving you real skin over 40. I'm age 49 for reference, and my skin is combination sensitive, rosacea prone, tends to be dehydrated. And today we're diving into a video on some controversial things. We're talking about the controversial beauty routines that celebrities and influencers have done over the years and taken the beauty world by storm. So get ready, because some of these are just weird. First up, we have none other than Gwenyth Paltrow. Now, you may know Gwenyth as the queen of unconventional wellness. She's the owner of Goop, which is a lifestyle brand, and she's been known to describe Goop as an unconventional place to challenge wellness ideas, practices, and philosophy, basically challenging the status quo in health and wellness. Goop's products and philosophies have just on their own been very controversial, particularly when it comes to the validity of some of their health claims. Critics argue that some of the wellness practices and products of Goop are not backed by rigorous science, and some products have been accused of being way overpriced and ineffective. Despite this, Goop has built a really dedicated following of people who are buying into this idea of luxury wellness and healthcare and sort of taking the reins in their own health and wellness. I will leave you to do with that what you will, but please comment below your thoughts on Goop in terms of philosophy and brand. I'd love to hear from you. But coming back to our topic of today, did you know that Gwenyth Paltrow was one of the first early adopters of the vampire facial? Yeah, vampire. This procedure involves taking the blood out of your own body and injecting it into your face. Well, there's a little bit more to it than that, because it's capitalizing on the platelets in the blood cells and really meant to rejuvenate the skin. It's a little bit different than microneedling, but some people also call microneedling a vampire facial. But at the time, this was very controversial and very renegade. There has been notably not a lot of science to back up this controversial beauty routine either, but I think the marketing term of a vampire facial probably caught the eye of many. But back when Gwenyth first posted about it, the internet basically exploded. Some called it revolutionary, others thought it was just plain creepy. Either way, it started a whole trend of people trying it out, and people are still looking for this facial treatment to this day. Would love to hear your thoughts and comments about a vampire facial in the comments section below. Next on the list is the one and only Kim Kardashian. Of course, she was going to make this list on controversial beauty trends, but in particular, she sparked an obsession with waist training. And I'm sure back in the day, if you were on Instagram, you saw her sporting these really tight corsets and really promoting a tiny waist, which I guess she still does to this day. But at its height, it was the idea that wearing a corset like this and training your waist to be in this very small, crunched position for hours on end would help your waist train into remaining that way even when you weren't wearing the corset. While some people swear by this, even to this day, others claim it's very unhealthy and even dangerous. Some doctors warn that it could lead to damage to your internal organs by moving them around in places they shouldn't be or constricting blood flow to those specific organs. Still, despite this controversy, waist training became a big trend that's even still popular to this day. Next, let's keep it in the family and talk about Kylie Jenner. You know, the youngest self-made billionaire. And I'm talking specifically about her lips. Now, her lips have been talked about for years, and if you were on social media back in the day, you'll remember that she didn't have very plumped lips when she first started posting on Instagram. And then all of a sudden she did. Kylie Jenner famously in an interview had said that she actually didn't have lip filler and that the result of her beautifully plump lips were just makeup and, wow, lo and behold, a lip kit. Probably responsible for making her a self-made billionaire. But anyway, I digress. She denied having any cosmetic procedures, which led people to furiously try to replicate her ability to grow magically big, soft, plump lips. Side note though, she did later go on to describe that she did actually have lip filler. But what came out of all this was a beauty trend that was actually highly dangerous, known as the Kylie Jenner Lip Challenge. This spread all over social media. It involved people, mostly teens mind you, using a shot glass or some kind of cup, placing it over their lips and creating a suction that would help instantly plump their lips. The suction caused the lips to swell because of the blood immediately rushing to the area, mimicking the look of lip fillers, but also leading to some disastrous results. Intense suction often led to bruising and associated pain, in some cases tissue damage around the skin surrounding the lips and the lips themselves, blisters, cuts, and bleeding due to the intense pressure provided by that suction. In some cases, a need for medical intervention to reverse these signs. And really, this whole lip craze and lip challenge has just propelled the use of lip fillers, making lip fillers one of the most sought after cosmetic procedures that, to be honest, really continue to this day. Overall, this trend really sparked an important conversation though about social media, about celebrity and influencers, and the pressures that they themselves and young people aspire to, and to really conform to these beauty practices, which in some cases could lead to dangerous trends and tactics. Many professionals highlight the risks associated with using cosmetic procedures at such a young age, especially in teens, which is also an important conversation when it comes to these social media trends. Overall, the Kylie Jenner lip craze is just another indication of how powerful celebrity influencers can be and the impact they can have on the beauty space, sometimes with unintended and harmful consequences. Now on to Bella Hadid with the controversial fox eye trend. Bella's striking features, especially her elongated, beautiful cat-like eyes, have sparked many people's interest in how they can achieve that similar look and not necessarily just using makeup tricks alone. And that's why people are turning to surgical procedures to actually achieve that look as well. And one of the procedures that people can use is threading. When you get a thread lift, it's a minimally invasive procedure that uses dissolvable sutures around the skin that will lift and pull the skin into the shape that's desired. For the fox eye look, threads are placed around the eyes and pull upwards to create a more lifted experience. But of course, gravity and the passage of time can undo some of this. Thread lifts are said to last only about 6 months to a year. This also sparked lots of people to look into how to get a brow lift. Now, I'm not saying that Bella Hadid has had any of these procedures done. I'm no medical expert, but sometimes in the everlasting pursuit to achieve the same look with the features that people naturally have, they turn to these surgical procedures to achieve that result instead. A brow lift, specifically a temporal or a lateral brow lift, involves making small incisions into the hairline and lifting the skin so that the brow has a more arched and lifted appearance. Raises the outer corner of the eyes, contributing to that fox eye look. These results can be longer lasting than a thread lift, up to a couple of years. A blepharoplasty or an eyelid surgery can be performed on the upper eyelids to remove excess skin and fat, crafting a more open and elongated eye shape. While this procedure is more commonly used for rejuvenation, it can also lead to that fox eye look. These results are usually long lasting a decade or even more. Botox and dermal fillers can also be used to help achieve the fox eye look, subtly lifting the eyes. And of course, these are temporary fixes that need to be continued in order to achieve that desired look. And a canthoplasty is the last eye sort of surgery that can be done that really is much more invasive. The outer corner of the eye is tightened and repositioned to really create that cat eye look. And this procedure permanently alters the shape of the eye, making it more almond shaped. Those results are more permanent, but of course, with the passage of time, aging, and gravity, you're still going to see differentiation with your results just due to the aging process. The costs and the results of these procedures vary from a couple $100s that need to be repeated to achieve those consistent results to thousands of dollars of an investment. And Bella Hadid, perhaps naturally having this look to her face, inspired a plethora of people to seek out surgical options to achieve the same look. So even though it's perhaps unintended and not her fault, the power that these celebrity influencers have to influence people to achieve the same look as them. And last but not least, we have Madonna for a procedure that she was very well known to make certain parts of her rejuvenated. And I'm not talking about her face. This is a family-friendly channel, so I'll leave it right there. Queen of Pop has been, in a word, throughout her lifetime, very shocking, but she shocked many people when she talked about this in an interview of how she was rejuvenating her private parts. While it could be considered a relatively common procedure, at the time very taboo for a celebrity, especially one of that size, to be actually talking about it. Some praised her for being candid about this, while others just thought, yeah, this is too much information. But Madonna's been known for pushing boundaries, and this was no exception. Love to hear your thoughts on these controversial beauty routines, especially from these celebrities and influencers. What do you think about some of the surgeries and the fallout from some of these beauty trends that average people are chasing after? Drop your thoughts and comments and experiences in the comments section below. If you haven't watched these videos, be sure to watch them next. Thanks as always for watching, and I hope you have a fabulous day.